Maximus Analysis here for June 13th, 2015, and we saw some continued selling, which makes things very annoying, being that they've gotten basically back into this box. If we extend it over some, they've gotten back into this box of chop. Again, a higher low needs to be put in place. We're looking at, again, remember 2022 is last month's low, so we do not want to go anywhere close to that. And we did post the levels that it stopped, but it's continuing actually right now, of 2070, 75 and 2082 early in the morning. Again, I post these levels to help people if they're looking at intraday action to see where things can potentially slow down and so forth. So we want this 2048 level to hold. Again, 2048 is right at this previous buy signal. If I expand this out a little bit, you guys see basically it was right around this area right here where you started to break above, and we want that area to continue. Again, we would have preferred this not to seem like a false break reversal, because you would want it to continue above and then break above, hold this high of this box. Again, it didn't really get much into it, and then go from there. So we're still kind of in no man's land. I know we have this vote for Britex or something like that, so we could see, again, they got above this line on the weekly time frame for the ES, but they've gotten right back below it. It's just an annoying price pattern, and again, we want to see these lows of 2022 hold for the ES all week. Looking at the NQ, again, we're going to look and see if they're going to hold this 200-day moving average and hold this upward trend line that we have going on here. See if they're going to continue for upside. But again, it still has lower highs in place. So right now, we can see if we kind of squint our eyes and go to a weekly time frame, which kind of help alleviate some of the noise, that we're in a spot that it's going to pop either one way or the other. And again, because of the volatile sideways movement that we had, it's hard to tell which way it's going to go. You can see how sideways it's been since March. So again, we know that we have these previous lows that become resistance. We thought it would continue and break higher. It hasn't yet. Again, we have to keep the flexibility of understanding we break these lows, we continue lower, 42.75. We break these highs, then we're going to go test these. But you have to be prepared both sides of the fence, and I will start posting out levels on the NQ as well in the mornings, because this stuff is very, very important to me, to share quality information with everybody. The YM, again, I wish that we could say that we're not talking about the same stinking levels over and over again, but the 1750 500 area is another level that we want to see held, just because of how we look into the chop. High volume today, but we want to see if they're going to be able to create a higher low from this area. A lower high was put into place, so again, we're starting to get to another annoying type of move where we have this going on and we have a little bit of this going on right now. So some people might say, okay, this is just a bull flag, maybe, but I want to be prepared both sides of the fence, and I think you should too. Because this is just, we've had historic moves. Again, first 10 days historic beating on the 2016, nothing like that start, and then we have a rally from February that has never been seen in 90 years. So we just want to see, again, I don't know where they're going to go, but I'd rather be prepared with some type of price levels to give me some type of gauge to say, listen, at the end of the day, they break this, okay, good. If they break above this, you know, the bears are wrong, or vice versa. CL, we can see that we need to hold the 4650 on this type of pullback. Again, they said that today was based on this. I don't really see the correlation based on even on the candle side. They're saying that oil pulled down the ES. I think that's just a headline. But again, we want to make sure that we're looking at the higher time frame as well, because we do have a shooting star for crude, and we want to make sure to see if they get back below this 47.5. What does 46.5 look like, which puts them right at these previous highs. So we'll look and continue to see how this one plays out. Okay, quickly going over some equity names. I'm already at my time that I typically like to put in, but LinkedIn. Big news today based on a takeover, and I just wanted to say this to people that were holding LinkedIn short. I was one that held it short. How about that? You have to understand that this is a part of trading. There was nothing that you did wrong, okay, in regards to this. You cannot predict a merger of this magnitude, and it wasn't done in the trading day, which stinks, but again, it is what it is. And I just want you guys to know that there's nothing you could do to prevent this. Again, you might have taken a loss that was more than what you expected based on your risk parameters, but if there's nothing you could do, and we didn't have, because again, I thought it was going to break down because of it coming to this previous low. Everything on this looks like it's going to continue to the downside, and then you get this pop gap up from hell, which again, you look across the board for LinkedIn, you don't see any gaps, even on the weekly time frame, because it's usually in the week. So this happens. So again, there's nothing you could do, and there's nothing you did wrong. So this is a part of trading. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there for people that are new to trading and those that are experienced to say, what did I do wrong? Should I have seen it as a merger candidate? No, it is what it is. So again, don't beat yourself up too hard because of that price action. Again, this is trading, and you try to mitigate risk as much as you possibly can, but there will be events that you cannot predict that will happen like this. So again, I wanted to put that out there and take a little bit of time for people to understand that there are moments like this, and this is a part of trading. And if somebody told you they went long on Thursday because they saw this coming, they're a lying sack of shit, and you need to unsubscribe to whatever they're giving you the feed for, because they're feeding you crap. Anyway, Priceline, we looked and see that they gave a huge reversal actually today. They were up as much as 16 and ended up closing near the lows. So I don't know if they're going to continue and come test this 1300 level. And on the weekly time frame for Priceline, that looks a little bit more weak because they have another shooting star setting up for this one. So a break of that low of 1299 would be something to look out for. We also saw a reversal for Tesla. Again, intraday, it looked like it was doing well, and then it ended up closing below the 200-day moving average. So again, we'll look and see on the weekly time frame for Tesla what that does when it breaks this low. Again, another shooting star setting up, and see if they can get to this 202 level. They break 200, again, they're coming for this 200-day moving average, and then potentially down to this 140 area. Just wanted to also talk about Apple. And Apple again gave, I don't know where it's setting up to go. It could pop up a little bit higher. I'm not really sure. I would prefer it to pop up a little higher to get out of the middle of that trading channel and get more to extreme where I could short it. But again, looking at the daily, you can see that they need to hold these, what is it, 95.65 level. And last but not least, let's talk about HMNY. This is what I want to tell you guys. Now that the volume is gone, you should be gone. Looking for another candidate that gives you something like this. This is a day trading candidate. Please do not let this become an investment because you want to get it back to 17. You either want your money back or you want your profits back. Don't be a pig. Find something else, because you'll end up being in something like MGT and you'll be getting your ass chopped to death trying to trade a low volume. When the volume peaks back in, you come back in. Just a lesson learned for the day trading guys. Don't hang around that stuff. Go with the easy money, in regards to the easy money giving you some movement, so at least you could day trade properly on your lower time frames. Take care, and we'll see what happens this week. We have FOMC on Wednesday, given the forecasts and again what they're going to do in regard to interest rates. And on the 20th, we have the Britain exit of the EU potentially. They're going to vote on that. So we got a lot of fireworks coming in the next 2 weeks, and let's see what happens. Take care.